going on, y'all? It's Nick here with F.O.F. Financial Coaching LLC, and I'm here today to talk about what else? Money. And hope you guys are having a great day today. Hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. For most of us, Friday's the last day of the week. So I hope you guys make sure you pick one day this week to rest, to rejuvenate, and to get ready for the next week. If you work the weekend, grind hard, be there, do your best that you can at your job, because it's important that you put that 100% effort in everything that you do, right? It's very important that you represent yourself in the right way. And when it comes to your finances, that can lead to you actually making more income. So as a financial coach, you know I got to mention that. Now, you know I want to see you guys do well with your money. I want to see you guys do great with your money. And overall, what I really want to see is that we all be good stewards with the money that God's allowed us to earn and has entrusted us with, right? So that we doing His will. Now, if you guys like this video, or if you want to refer to my other videos, please go to my website at www.foffcoaching.com. If you have a question for me, you know I'm a financial coach, I'm your guy. If you want a free consultation, or if you're really looking to meet, if you're looking for me to sit down with you and create a plan, create a budget, create a way for you to save money, whatever it is that you're needing for your finances, if you want me to help you do that, please don't hesitate. Send me an email at foffcoaching@gmail.com. I'll get with you. I'll respond to you. We can sit down and go from there. Now, for your Financial Friday, one thing I want to talk about this Friday is the importance of having an emergency fund. So some of you guys might be like, Nick, what's an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a rainy day fund. And exactly just that. It's money set aside for a rainy day or for an emergency, okay? So this money is not to be invested, right? This money is not there to make money, okay? This money is not to be put in things like real estate or something like that, although there's nothing wrong with real estate, but it's not for that. This money is to be liquid. It's to be able to get to very quickly. So you probably want to put it in a bank account or a money market account, but you got to remember it's insurance, okay? It's insurance for when it rains, for when bad things happen, because as the word tells us, it rains on the just and the unjust. So basically, nobody is immune to things happening that may be unexplained or unexpected, but what we can do is prepare for it, and the emergency fund is just that. So if you're locked in on trying to get out of debt, then I would say you need about $1,000 for your emergency fund, $1,000. Now, if you're out of debt and you're just wondering, well, how much do I need to have saved for an emergency? I would say 3 to 6 months of your operating expenses of your household, okay? So your operating expenses of your household are basically how much money you pay per month on things such as rent, on things such as utility bills, on food, all those basic necessities, maybe some of the bells and whistles if you're able to have those. You want to have that money set to the side, any number between 3 and 6 months of whatever it costs you per month to run your household, okay? Pretty simple, I hope. Now, the big thing is you might be thinking, well, Nick, I don't really want to save all this money, okay? It doesn't really matter. What's the point of it? Well, I can tell you guys this. In 2018, at the end of 2018, right around Christmas time, right around New Year's, the holidays, obviously my wife and I were getting people Christmas gifts and doing things like that, but we also had some things happen, okay? My car had to go into the shop. I had a bearing that needed to be replaced. I needed all 4 new tires. I had a lot of cabin air filters, different things like that I needed to get fixed and needed to get taken care of. That happened like November, December time, okay? And then also my wife's car was having some issues. Engine check light was on. We had to get that checked out. We had to get some things fixed on her vehicle as well. So that was like middle of December, okay? Christmas passes, New Year's passed. Like around that beginning of January time, probably, end of December, hot water heater is leaking from the bottom, right? That hot water heater was 16 years old. Praise the Lord, it lasted that long, but it's just time to get a new one. Like, it happens. All of those things happen in about a month and a half time period where we had to shell out a good amount of money. So praise the Lord, we had an emergency fund that allowed us to take care of it. Now, we were able to cash flow it, which is great, but at the same time, that emergency fund was there just in case we needed to use it. And so that's why it's so important. Now, you might be thinking, well, Nick, why can't I just put that stuff on credit? So let's say my wife and I didn't have an emergency fund. We didn't have the money for that, and we put that on credit. Well, then we would have had to be paying interest after we got that stuff fixed or after we got that stuff done, we be paying like 24 interest on our money. And so my thing is, how can you then develop wealth, right? How can you get better with your money when you have no idea or no way of making more money when more money is coming out, right? Your income is staying the same, but more money is coming out because of those credit card payments. So that makes it difficult for you to build wealth. It's like you're digging yourself into a bigger hole. And even if you get out of that hole, you're just starting at zero. You still got to build something on top of that land. So my thing is, stay away from the credit cards, go for the emergency fund. Now, like I said, if you guys are trying to get out of debt, you're locked in on that. $1,000 is what it is that you want to keep your emergency fund at. If you're out of debt and you're trying to build your emergency fund, you want 3 to 6 months of your operating expenses, okay? And so I hope that was helpful for you. Now, so a couple of things that I want to add here. So this video might be a little longer than usual, but really and truly, only about 70% or so of, 70% or so of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their bank account, all right? Now, also about 34% don't even have bank accounts or savings accounts. So it's so much more important that you, that I, that all of us decide to get an emergency fund, decide to have that money in our bank account so we don't get fooled into having to get credit, so that we can be what God is calling us to be, and we be good stewards over his money, all right? Because you work way too hard, way too hard to be scrounging, to be trying to make ends meet, just to be trying to barely make it when you don't even know what your money is doing, right? When you're not doing a budget. So do these things. Do the budget. Get that emergency fund in place so that you can have a better situation, so you can have less worry and concentrate on other things and pray on other things, right? And so I hope that you guys enjoyed this Financial Friday. Remember to choose faith over fear for your finances. And as always, Happy Friday!